you guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Marrol. If you're new here, hello. Thank you for joining me today. And if you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate it. So today, I have some new products to use, okay? We don't need to talk about it. I like to buy stuff. Fucking whatever, alright? But some of this stuff is from my BoxyCharm as well. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to use some of these products. I haven't used the ones that I'm excited for yet. Okay, I've already got on my skincare and my brows, but I'm gonna start with the face because I got these mofos here that are killing my vibe and I want to cover them up. So I'll give you some tips on how to cover some breakouts, you know, because I mean, I would like to cover it. I don't know how you feel about your breakouts, but if you want to cover them and when you want to cover them, this is how you can do it. All right, like I said, I've already got my skincare on. I've got this new under eye brightener. This is what it looks like from Jecca Black. I got this in my BoxyCharm and I've used this a couple times and I actually enjoy it a lot. It's like a salmon-y color like that. And you really only need like that's too much even. You just need like a tiny little bit and I just rub it between my fingers and then place it on my under eyes. And yeah, I still have some left over on my hands. You really don't need to over apply it because then your under eyes just look cakey and we don't need that. Don't need that. So normally I do my concealer first, but since I have some active breakouts, I'm gonna go in with my foundation first. And this is to put on like a base layer and then see if I need to go in with more coverage on my breakouts once we've got the foundation applied. Because you don't want to go in with like concealer and then go on top with foundation and then back in with more concealer. Guess I'll start with the fucking eyes. I swear to fucking God, every time I go to film, somebody who lives upstairs is either showering or playing the fucking guitar. I can't catch a goddamn break. So I was originally doing my skin first, but this fucking happened. And it's been now like 20 minutes? Time is it here? Yeah, it's been like 20 minutes since they started showering and I'm like, hey dude, I want to film. So I'm so sorry that this annoying ass fucking sound is in the background of my video. I swear to God it happens every fucking time. It's so fucking annoying. Anyways, so I went ahead and did one eye, hoping that they would be out of the shower by now, and they're not. So we're just gonna continue on. Deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. Okay, so I'm pretty excited about this palette. This is the Natasha Denona Peak palette, and it's so cute. I got this in my BoxyCharm, which is amazing. It's like, I have no idea how much this is, but who gives a shit? Well, do you? Do you care how much it is? Oh God, dumbass. I just got makeup all over my fucking laptop keyboard, specifically the key A. This is much bigger than the other mini I have, and it says that the minis are like $33. Maybe these are $63. Damn. I have this other Natasha Denona palette, but look at the size difference. It's crazy. Look at how big this one is compared to this one. So this one I think is 33 and this one is 63. If I'm using my brain correctly, which who fucking knows. Alright, so I've got some concealer on my lid for my base. So we're going to take the lightest shade here, which is called Aya. Next, we're going in with this super pretty burnt orange shadow called Jasper. And we're going to focus this on the outer corner. This palette is so pigmented, it's really, really pretty. We're packing it on, but we're not using a lot of pressure. Now we are taking this one right here called Amara, and we are same shape, just a little bit further in and like packing it onto the lid. Now we're taking the center shade, which is called Thorn. It's like this nice, pretty brown. And we're gonna just deepen up the outer corner a bit. Now we're gonna take the very first shade again. What was it called? Aya, like the light skin tone shadow, and we're gonna go and blend in the top between the shadow and the brow bone just to soften that really nicely. And now we're taking the super pretty shimmer shade, which is called Shine, and we're gonna apply that with our finger. Isn't that so pretty? We're gonna go back in with Thorn, which is the nice brown shade, and just blend a little bit just to deepen up this side here. And I guess we'll do the same thing. Actually, I'm not gonna dip into any more product. I'm just gonna kind of deepen, just to make sure everything's nice and even. Time for a wing. I'm using my Glossier Pro Tip liner. Now, one thing I noticed is that there's a shit ton of sparkly fallout from the shimmer shadow, so I guess there's a positive to these fucking people taking a 4-hour long shower. Just kidding, but it's definitely been like 25 minutes. So we're gonna clean up the fallout and then we'll start with the base. I always clean up my fallout with a makeup eraser, and I've already got my skincare on, but I guess I'll just have to reapply some cream under my eyes, and I guess we also put on the under eye brightener, so we'll have to redo that. So I'm gonna take my Ulla Henriksen eye cream. I already had this on, but we just took it off. And my under eyes need hydration. So we're gonna go in again. Sorry, I'm kind of salty now because this is super fucking annoying. Anyway, so I'm going back in with my under eye brightener. Okay, so we've got our under eye brightener on. So I've got a few active breakouts. So because of that, we're gonna go in with our foundation first. Oh, sounds like they're finished with the shower. Only been 14 hours. Okay, anyways. Okay, so we're gonna go in with our foundation first because we have these active breakouts. The reason why we don't want to go in, and this is a tip that I picked up from Hung Van Gogh. He's like a super talented makeup artist on YouTube and also like a celebrity makeup artist. So he says, and I'm like, wow, that's an amazing tip, and I will use this on myself and my clients for the future, forever. Anyways, so the reason why we don't want to go in with concealer first to cover the breakouts is because we want to go in with the foundation so that we can see where we really need to spot conceal after we've already put on the base layer, right? That makes sense? And when you are covering breakouts, you don't want to use a lighter concealer because you know how sometimes you want to like brighten up your under eyes, you go in with a lighter concealer. When you're covering breakouts, you want to go in with the same color as your skin or even a little bit deeper, because if you go in with like a super light concealer, it's just going to highlight them and it'll make them stand out even more. You can't cover texture really, unfortunately. All you can really do is color correct. It's next to impossible to cover texture. So with that being said, let's put on some foundation. I'm going to take my Rare Beauty foundation in the shade 170W. And so you see how the redness is like completely disappeared. So if we were to go in with concealer first and then go over with foundation, and then some people even go in with more concealer afterwards, it's just gonna look really cakey and it'll draw more attention because it'll just kind of like pack on to the texture. Especially if you have like really dry zits, it'll cling to the product and it'll look more cakey. So you just really don't need to over apply product on any active breakouts you have. So now we can see where we want to add more coverage. And honestly, I think I'm going to take my Pat McGrath concealer. This is in the shade L4. And I'm just going to do a little dot on each zit. And I'm also going to just add a little bit more foundation just to my cheeks because I can see a little bit of redness poking through. There we go. And doing that first layer of foundation also kind of already covers some of the darkness I have under my eyes. Of course, we did put on the under eye corrector, but like I have this habit of just piling on so many products under my eyes and then, you know, it just starts to look cakey. So if we go in with some foundation first, then we can kind of already see that it's starting to be a bit covered. So we can probably, hopefully, just go in with a concealer and cover up what we want to cover. I'm gonna let that sit on those two blemishes just for a second and blend this in here. Okay, so I might have even put too much concealer on these little blemishes, so I'm gonna kind of pat it in with my finger just to see. And you want to kind of go a little bit around the area as well, just to blend in and make it seamless if you are using a different color of concealer. There, I'm pretty happy with how that covered. And see, there's quite a bit of product there. So I always have a towel at my work station, my makeup station. So I just kind of wipe off my finger, now it's fresh again. And just pat away any excess product and blending it into the rest of the products that we have. There we go. If you have like a cluster of breakouts where it's like a red patch, you can always go in with a little bit of a green color corrector because that will cancel out the redness. But that also is an extra layer of makeup that could potentially add more texture and clinginess to the zits. So I'm not going to touch those anymore. I'm super happy with the way they are covered. I'm going to take this e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Light Ivory. And so since we've already got some foundation on, we really just need a tiny bit of concealer. We don't need to do like, you know, the whole fucking, just a little bit in here. And also out here. Normally I would go in with my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, but we're gonna skip that today and see how this works out for us. I'm really happy with the way those pimples got covered. Like, the redness is completely gone. I don't really know how good that worked. So those are my little tips and tricks that I've also gotten from Hung Van Gogh, watching his videos on how to cover some blemishes, if you have them, and when you want to cover them. Alright, time for some bronzer now. We're going to take our Tarte Seychelles bronzer. The next product I have is super exciting. I am so happy I finally got my hands on it. It's been sold out on Sephora for literally months. Yeah, signed up to get notified when it is back in stock, and she's back in stock, and I'm so excited. So you know how I've been doing my Patrick Ta trick where I do the cream blush first. No. Bitch. I do the powder blush first, and then we go over top with the cream to bring some life and like dew back into it. I finally got, whoa, reflection. I finally got a Patrick Ta blush, and I'm so excited. I got the shade She's So LA, which is like a beautiful neutral kind of like bronzy blush. This is what it looks like. And it's super stunning. So this is the cream up top and the powder is down below. The cream comes with this little cover that you can obviously cover it with so that your powder product doesn't get into the cream and make it all disgusting. I swatched this on my hand. I have not put it on my face yet. But yeah, this is a product that I have literally been waiting months to get my hands on, and my hands are finally on it. So let's put this onto my face. Oh my god, it's just so pretty. And the packaging, bitch, look at the fucking packaging. It is so cute. I love it. Okay, so we're gonna take the powder, sorry, and it has like the tiniest bit of like sparkle to it. I don't think it'll be too sparkly, but there's a little bit of sparkle in it. So we're gonna take this onto the apples of our cheeks. Oh my god, that is so pretty. Oh my god. Alright, so that is the powder on. And now, I mean, I already look pretty colorful, but you can always soften it a bit afterwards with your beauty sponge. So now we're gonna dip into the powder, or the fucking cream. And I'm just kind of dipping in and then putting it onto my hand here just to make sure there's no chunks, although it's literally like perfect. I can't tell if it's like a lot. I feel like it looks like a lot, but we're gonna set our under eyes and then we're gonna put on some highlight and we can tone it down a little bit. Show your cute little face. This is her cute little face. There she is. Oh, she looks so grumpy. Oh, she's so sleepy. Here, you gonna sit down here or are you just gonna fuck around all day? Ow, you're making biscuits on my legs. Okay, don't knock all my shit off all of everything. Okay. Oh. Please hold. Okay, so we're gonna set our under eyes with our Pat McGrath under eye powder in the very first shade. And I really just want the inner corner to not be shiny. And you can also set your blemishes just to make sure no product moves around, and you just want to basically pat on top. You don't want to swipe because that will remove some of the product that's already there. Just tap a little bit on to mattify them and to hold the product there. There we go. And you don't want to continue to touch them. You just want to leave the makeup there because once you start touching it, the makeup's going to rub off and then there's going to be no point about even putting the makeup on in the first place. Now it is time for some highlight, and I love this highlight because it doesn't add any color. It just literally adds like a sheer sheen glow, because I feel like we got a lot of color going on already. We don't need any more like pinky tones. We're good on that. And I've been loving applying this highlight with a beauty sponge because I just find that it applies so smoothly. When I used my finger the one time, it felt like it removed the makeup that was already on my face. And I have not had that issue using a sponge. And I will say it doesn't really settle down a lot. It does kind of stay tacky. So if that's something that you think you'd hate this. Maybe try it out if you're like, you know, having a hair up day, because when your hair is down, it gets stuck to your face. All right. The face is done. We are going to finish up the bottom lash line now. And now we're going back in with our Natasha Denona palette. Taking a Mara, which is the light pink shadow. Damn bitch, I love that blush. Okay, so we brought that first shade across the whole waterline. We're gonna now go into the burnt orange shadow, which is called Jasper. Inner third, middle third, outer third, right? So we're gonna focus this on the middle third of the waterline. Now we're going in with Thorn, which is the brown shade, and we're gonna focus this on the outer third. Kind of connecting it to the bottom of the wing. And now I'm going to take my pinky and pop the shimmer shade into the inner corner. Because why the fuck not? there we go. Now I'm going to pop on my lashes and we'll be right back. Alright you guys, lashes are on. These are my Robbie Christie times Pure Cosmetics lashes in the style Lovely. And I love them. They're so fucking pretty. Okay, now it's time for the lips. I've been really into a deep lip liner with like a lighter lipstick slash gloss situation. So that's what we're going to do today. And I really love this lip liner that I have. This is a NYX lip liner and it's called Urban Cafe. It's just like a nice deep brown. I've already got chapstick on. I like putting my chapstick on before foundation. That way if I get any foundation on my lips, I can just rub my chapstick together and it kind of just like pushes the foundation off of my lips. I love doing that. And you just kind of rub them together to create like an ombre effect of the lip liner. And if you bring it down too far, if your lip line is not perfect, just take a good clean little brush, clean it up. Now I'm taking my Tarte x Whitney Simmons Bare Bud lipstick. And you can always go back in with your lip liner. I'm just going to take a tiny bit of my Fenty Gloss Bomb in Fussy. And I'm gonna just also kind of wipe that onto my hand to get all the darker lip liner off of the wand. And if you feel like it's like building up, like there's a lot of product, take a finger and just kind of pat it. This will help blend and also remove some extra product that you don't want just sitting on your lips. Time for some setting spray. I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I just love this setting spray. It's so nice. Alright you guys, this is today's final look. Let me just fucking say, I literally love this blush. I think I'm going to be using it every single day for the rest of my life until it runs out, and then I'll probably buy another one. They have a lot of other shades, but this one just spoke to me for some reason. I don't know why. I needed it. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I hope you enjoyed it. Shut the fuck up. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you maybe learned a little tip or trick or two on how to cover up some blemishes. I'm pretty happy with the way the skin is looking. I'm glad that I was able to cover those blemishes, remove the redness completely. Like I said earlier, texture is next to impossible to cover. You're gonna have to deal with it. But you can definitely get rid of the redness. So tag me in some photos if you ended up, do like a before and after, you know? Show me if it worked for you. Thank you once again so much for watching my video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already, so you don't miss any videos from me. Give this video a little like if you liked it, and share it to your people. Let them know how to cover their pimples if they have them. You know, don't keep all the secrets to yourself. You gotta share it around. And this is my Instagram handle if you want to check me out there. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.